Hi students, this week you're going to start working on your lesson plan and presentation for the course. So this module will be open to you. It's not open right now because I'm just recording this. But the first thing that you're going to do this week is you're going to start putting your proposal together. So let's look at the actual lesson plan assignment first, and then I'll talk about the proposal. So by the end of the semester, Thanksgiving week, you're going to turn in a lesson plan and a video showing you carrying out that lesson plan. So for this, you're going to need to know what a lesson plan is. If you don't already know what that is, it's something that teachers use to actually plan what their day is going to look like. So when you're in a K-6 situation, you have all day to try to get these students through different things. And so having each thing that you're going to do that day with an actual plan, with a list of materials and procedure, it's going to be a lot easier on you as a teacher. So if you've ever been to the website Teachers Pay Teachers, there's lots of lesson plans there. I don't recommend actually buying one. But you can look at this guideline here for actually figuring out what a lesson plan is and trying to develop one. This needs to be typed up. You can make it fancy and pretty in Canva if you would like, or any other program for that matter. But the basic here is that you're going to pick an earth science topic, and you are going to create a lesson plan and then present carrying out that lesson plan in a video. So you can do this by yourself, or you can do it in a group of 4 or less, or you can work with a partner. It's totally up to you. I know we're online, so it's a little bit harder to do groups and partners, but you are welcome to do that if you would like. So if you're not sure of an earth science topic that interests you or an activity that you could do, you can go to this website, which is earthscienceweek.org. You click on this website, and you can kind of give it some criteria. I recommend going grade level 2 or higher because some of the kindergarten ones they're a little basic and you're not going to get through 5 to 10 minutes of material because it's pretty simple. So let's say you're interested in teaching grade 3, so I would go with what you're interested in teaching, so it kind of gives you an idea. And then pick on something that interests you. Let's say that weather or water really interests you. You click search and it will narrow it down for you. Okay, so from there you can click on something that interests you. Maybe frozen power looks cool. You click on that. It already kind of gives you a guideline of a lesson plan for you. You just need to kind of make it your own, right? So we're not plagiarizing here. And some of the questions that you might ask, you want to revise and ask the questions that you think you would want to ask, things like that. Okay, so this is a good tool to try to figure out what you want to do your lesson plan on. Again, you don't have to use something that came from here. If you have something else in mind, you are welcome to use that as well, as long as it's earth science related. Okay, so then from there you'll start building your lesson plan, and then you will start doing your video. And you can do this week if you want and get it all done. That is totally fine. But you have until Thanksgiving, the week of Thanksgiving. Okay, so then here gives you the presentation analysis. So this will tell you what you're being graded on. You can click on that and look at it. So as I watch your video, this is what I am thinking about in the back of my mind to give you your grade. If it'll load. Doesn't want to load. There is an example lesson plan for you. Like I said, you don't have to make yours look exactly like that. It's just an example. All right, and then there is an example video. So you can click on this one. This one is actually me going through a video that we did through COVID for a conference that I usually do. And it gives, some background information, and then I start going through the actual process. So I actually have the lesson plan shown here. You don't have to show your lesson plan on the surface, but this was just to kind of give the students a better idea since they were just completely virtual. So yeah, so I go through that, and you can kind of watch that and get an idea of what yours should look like. Okay, so here's the analysis or the evaluations. This is what I look for. Again, you can work with people, so that's why there's 2 columns here. You're graded individually on your ability to present. So if you do work with somebody, make sure that it's equal time between people and not just one person doing all the work. A good option is if you have access to presenting this in a classroom setting. I would totally recommend that. So maybe your kids would teacher would like you to come and teach for them, or if you don't have kids, maybe you have a student-teacher hookup and you can come and present, or you have a cousin or something. That's always really cool to see because I like to see you actually interacting with the kids and getting you kind of into that field. If you are not a K-6 major, then you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. This is just going to be kind of for fun, doing a little earth science presentation. All right, so let's go back over to modules. And so this is where you'll submit your lesson plan. There's also a link to submit your video. So the link won't let you submit both. And if you do some sort of PowerPoint at the beginning of your video, you don't need to submit that. You don't also need to submit a PowerPoint or make a PowerPoint at all if you don't want to. I'm looking for you talking to me about what you would present and presenting that material and then showing me the demo. That's the most important part, the PowerPoint. We can make those later. Okay, so then what's due this week is just going to be your lesson plan proposal, and so you just need to answer these questions for me. And this is also going to help you a lot, especially creating this timeline. So if you create a timeline, it'll kind of keep you on track, because sometimes these big projects, they get overwhelming and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff I need to do for this still. If you create these key milestones for yourself, then you'll be able to get through it a little bit better and kind of be like, oh, okay, well, I need to do this by this date. So the first thing would be this week, you need to submit your lesson plan proposal. Okay. All right, well, if you guys have any questions as you work through this, feel free to email me, come see me in my office hours, etc. And I will see you guys later. Bye.